What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. The Golden Globes were just yesterday, or if you're watching this now, maybe a couple days ago, depending on when I edited this video. And one of my favorite movies of the year, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, was nominated and won. They actually took Best Animated Picture, which is fantastic. I haven't really done a review or talked to anybody about why I truly think this is the best superhero film of the year. So with that said, the whip.
It's Patrick Beatty Reviews, the #1 for news. It's Patrick Beatty Reviews, #1 for news. Yeah, tune in, get up. Yeah, what's up?
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
So some people might say that this is a gimmick, and if so, well, you know what? I haven't done a review in a while, and this is the best you're gonna get because it makes me feel strong and brave, so you. Going into the movie, I didn't have a ton of expectations. The trailers looked really cool, and it was a little bit more of me just hoping that Sony had made a good Spider-Man film that really wasn't reliant on Disney Marvel helping them through anything, and it wasn't Venom being its own solo film, which... Do you know that film made almost $1 billion without me? It stars Miles Morales in an alternate dimension, not the Spider-Verse that you know of, but a different Spider-Verse. Miles is trying to find his place in life. He's trying to figure out what he wants to do. He's caught between two different worlds of this prep academy that he's smart enough to be a part of, the world that he used to be in where he was in public school. A lot of opportunities that he has that he's not really taking. He's not stepping up to the plate. But when something happens that causes the entire universe to be in jeopardy, along with other multiverses, and actually causes other spider people to come into Miles Morales' world, Miles is not having to follow through on a promise made to Spider-Man where he has to save the day, where he's meeting all of these new spider people, and it's one of the best films of the year. First of all, everybody's gonna talk about this, so let me just go over it first. The animation, it's fantastic. I've never seen an animated film look like this before. It looks like it was ripped right off the comics page. I know that we say that a lot with live action films, but with animated, it just seems like they've reached a new threshold, a new standard of how comic book movies can look for people. It's so vibrant, it has so much detail to it. When Miles is running down the street, you see the little speech bubbles, the little internal monologues that are happening in his head. It feels like you're watching a comic book come to life. Animated films aren't supposed to be this good, you guys, and this film, it far exceeds any expectations that I think anybody put on this film coming from Sony Animation that also made the Emoji Movie. The voice acting is top notch. All of the characters seem so real. They're so well developed. You care so much for Miles Morales as a character, and you see his family, you see how well developed every single part of his life is, that you just root for him so much and you want him to succeed so much. I loved how they played with different dimensions of characters, where some of the films where you've seen Spider-Man fighting or those characters might be in the movie, but they might not look the same way that you thought they would, because we're dealing with different dimensions. There's a dimension where Spider-Man is a pig. There's a dimension where it's all black and white. There's all different types of worlds of Spider-Man in this film, and they're able to explain it in such a simple way, but make it so much fun for you, and it doesn't really like dumb down the film. It just is such a simple explanation of what's going on that you're immediately invested. You don't really need to know much about Spider-Man. And there's a Spider-Man for every person. You can go to this film and find a Spider-Man that you can relate to. There's so many good one-liners. There's great cameos. Stan Lee has a cameo in this, which, I mean, we all miss Stan Lee already, and God, it sucks to be living in this world without Stan Lee, but they do him justice in this. You can see this multiple times and catch new things about the film. It's so jam-packed with references. If you haven't seen this movie yet, I'm disappointed in you. This is one of the best films to come out in 2018, and it needs to be recognized. The Golden Globes did a fantastic job of making it win Best Animated. Now we need to push for the Oscars. Everyone, go and check out Into the Spider-Verse. There's really not any complaints I have about the film. I don't have any complaint. It's a very inspiring film, and it's got really great themes to it. It's an adult film that takes its characters seriously. I would definitely recommend it to anybody wanting to watch this film. And that's that.